Hey everyone, Cindy Walter here, and I am so excited to be sharing with you a very dear friend of mine, Lori Olson. And we have known each other and worked together for, oh boy, gosh, is it 18 years, Lori?
Mhm. Mhm.
18
Yeah,
years,
yeah.
but partnered together in the same company now for almost eight for you.
7, yeah, it's been 7.
Seven?
Mhm.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So let's just start from the beginning. We met in a party plan business company that we did together. I was there for 10 years. You were there longer.
Yeah, I hung in there
Yeah,
for longer, 12 years.
12 years. And so share with everybody, a little bit about your story, how did you even get introduced to our last company and a little bit about that journey. And then we'll move into what we're doing now.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me, I really appreciate it. I My story is that I did the traditional route like most people do. I went to college and got a job, realized I needed to go to grad school to make more money. I was a teacher, and then I was a school counselor after I went to grad school. And I quickly realized that I wasn't going to be able to live a lifestyle that I really liked and wanted and desired, because I felt very caged very quickly to the confinement. And it had nothing. I always remind people I am a servant person and I enjoy working. So it wasn't the actual day to day things I was doing that didn't jive with me, it was the lack of freedom and flexibility. And then the thought, to be honest with you, I was married at the time, but then after the thought of having children was like, no way, where are they going to fit into this? My self care is a high priority, and I felt like I saw other parents and mothers letting that go because they were so busy in their full time work and being a good mom. And I just thought, there's got to be a way to have it all, right? I want to be able to be home with kids, also put my self care as a high priority, and bring in income for my family. So I started like searching. Literally, I still didn't know I was going to go into entrepreneurship, network marketing, any of this stuff. I just was looking for this picture I was talking about, and I still had job right in my head. So I actually interviewed for other jobs, just looking for the times that I wanted, all of these things. And then I was introduced to direct sales, actually. And I was just invited to one of these parties, and it wasn't the company I ended up joining because I had no idea they actually made money, like a lot of people. I was enjoying the product, and she said, you might want to consider, signing up and becoming this consultant. And I was like, you make money doing this? She's like, yeah. And so as I was on this search, a friend of mine, insert a friend, trusted friend, came in and said, are you looking for like that particular product free in your life, or are you looking to make an income and open some flexibility for yourself? And I said, well, more the lifestyle than I'm married to this. And so because I knew her so well and she was trusted, I was just like hungry and said, let's go. And so that's the company I stayed in for 12 years. Like you, I rose to the top of the company, and was like, okay, gratefully, I was able to stay home with my kids. It created a full-time income for us. So I'm always grateful for that. All my experiences in those 12 years gave me a lot of personal growth, a lot of personal development, a lot of conquering fears. But I just,
Travel,
what? Travel. Yes,
travel.
my husband
Yeah.
loves that. I'm always like, you need to take them on trips and then we'll start really supporting you. So yes, and friendships too. So
Mhm.
it was super hard. It was super hard to step away from that. But I realized that the business model was not going to support me growing further than where I was at the time. I was able to stay home with my kids, but I was kind of felt like lucky if I was going to be able to maintain that even and bring a full-time income. And I was struggling showing other people how they could achieve their dreams with that particular business model. And to me, just me being there isn't what it's about. I'm there to bring other people along with me and show them what's possible. that's kind of been my whole mission since I started. I'm like, want to show people what's possible.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then I was open when I saw other things. And then when I learned about the health and wellness company that you and I are in now, it aligned 100% with my lifestyle and how I live my life. And then, the icing on the cake was when I looked at the business model and was like, yeah, I need to make a change. And that was really, really hard, as I'm sure it was for
Mhm.
you too.
Oh, it was so hard because we grew such deep friendships there, and being there for so long, 10 years for me, 12 for you. It feels like a lifetime of experiences and opportunities. And I'm so to this day so very grateful for everything that we learned from that company, because we couldn't be where we are today if we hadn't had that wonderful experience. So fast forward, we get started here. And let's talk about that, because I believe, same for you as for me, this is the first time. Did you ever earn a six-figure income prior to
No,
Isogenics?
no,
Yeah, me
no.
either. And now you have created how many six-figure income earners yourself?
Two.
Two. So
Mhm.
how cool is that we can not only earn it for the first times ourselves, but also help other people to do the same thing. And you are definitely one of our top leaders in our whole organization, and you have a passion to help other people be successful, which I always love that so much about you. So talk about, what was it like to create a six-figure income for yourself while staying home with your kids, which is the coolest thing, that we get to really have it all, that we get to be such present parents. I mean, I see you taking your kids everywhere, everywhere. You're always on the go, in the car, at games, golf tournaments, all of that. Share a little bit about how that's been for you.
Well, that's honestly the dream, right? Is that you're able to have both. I choose both. That's why I just wanted to choose both. I want to be a successful businesswoman, and I wanted to be there as an amazing present parent. And that is like, I know everyone talks about this work-life balance, and I just want to give everyone the freedom that you'll never master it. I don't really believe in balance, because to me, balance is that I'm doing the exact same effort in my business as I am with my family all the time. And that's just not the way it is. Sometimes your family, needs you more, and sometimes you really need to crank it out in your business. So it's been amazing, especially, so long story short, when I started this in the previous company, my kids were like, actually didn't even have them. And then, so I was able to stay home every moment with them since they were babies. And I needed, because it was a party plan, I needed that like night get out of the house thing. Because gosh, stay-at-home moms, it's not a piece of cake. It was hard for me. Then now it kind of shifts, that your kids go to school, so you can work during that time, and you need to be somewhat available much more of your evenings and things like that. So for me, that's what's been amazing. And since we moved to Texas, even as my kids get even older, don't forget how much they actually really do need you. So my son now, he's on the golf team here in Texas, which we're really grateful for. But our life is a lot different in the fact that neither one of them are bused. The schools are not close. They go totally different times, be picked up different times. So my husband drives 40 miles away for work. So I literally am especially because of the times, I'm like driving them all the time. He gets out at like 1:30 p.m. So that time to like 5, I'm with them. And to be honest with you, yeah, it's overwhelming at first, even when you do have a business. I'm like, when am I going to work? Right. But you've been doing it long enough that you're going to make it work, and you just figure it out. I take my phone with me, I take my laptop with me. And then and these times I have to carve out a little bit more time at night, but that's how it's working. I think you always have to be willing to shift along with the changes that come in your life. And change is a word that I am okay with. And I think that that's a word that a lot of people really struggle with. I mean, we changed locations this year. My husband changed jobs. My kids completely changed schools and states. And so it's hard, at times, but I think it teaches them the right things. And I've had to change my hours and the way I work. And of course, with what's happened this year, how we work and all of those things. So it is a blessing. We've been able to go on vacations. Like you mentioned, when my kids were a little bit younger, all they talked about was going to Disney World. And that used to kind of really stress me out. Like, oh my God, that's like thousands of dollars we have to set aside and save for. And then when things started really kicking in here, it was like, okay, well, that was 1 week's pay. and, and we were paid while we were there. That's the amazing thing. I wake up on vacation and things are because of that. Also happens because of leadership that you grow on your team too, so that things can run without you there.
And that was probably the biggest change for us.
Yeah.
I did another business that paid exactly like what we did together. So for 20 years, I was paid on doing parties in people's homes. So I wasn't used to going to Disney World and being paid while I'm having fun with my family. Like that piece of it was so crazy to me. I couldn't sleep at night when we first started with this company. It's just been so amazing. So let's just talk now, what let's just share a few of your absolute favorite things with network marketing versus direct selling, and how we used to, we were all party planned and all of that. So what are your favorite things about what we're doing now? And then we're going to move into the future as we close.
Compared to the model we had before, I would just say you truly can work from home. We used to say that we worked from home, but we had to be gone a lot. And not just home, anywhere. So I don't have to be in my home in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I could be on the road on the way to Texas, right? Or, on vacation, you can touch your business from there, if you need to, or if you're needing to be there for a family member. We've heard those stories so often, someone's, God forbid, very sick, you need to be a caretaker. Not only do you have the residual income to keep paying for it, but you can be touching your business from anywhere in the world. So as long as you have Wi-Fi, which is a big deal. So for me, that's really the biggest, and I really can create my own hours. Whereas I was a little bit more reliant on other people's schedules before. And of course, the opportunity, the business model. Okay. The business model is completely unbelievable. It literally took me, I think, a year before I really totally got it. I had to be at an event. I was going to those events and watching Lynn stand up there and explain the compensation plan. I knew part of it, but I didn't get the huge picture. And when she showed that you can open another business center after you max out one, I was like, what? So for me, it's just like a bigger vision it creates so that I can see more abundance, not only for my own life, but be able to really cast that vision for other people. Whereas before, it really wasn't there, to be able to cast a huge vision, huge. I mean, literally anything that anyone wants it to be, as long as they grow into the person that can create it.
Absolutely. And that was one of the things that I love the most when coming to this business. Like you said, it was so hard to leave our last company behind, but I wanted a company where if I brought someone in that hustled harder, that had a bigger network, they could out-earn me. That was what I wanted. It's happened over the last 8 years. I've had 2 people out-earning me at different points, and I know it's going to continue to happen. And I love that. That makes me feel so empowered to be able to share this great opportunity with other people, because it's a great opportunity for everyone, not just me because I got in early. That's what I love. So awesome. So let's
the quality of people that you're bringing into your organization, because no one can rise to that level without being pretty, personally developed and all of those things.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a lot of work. That this isn't an easy thing. There's a lot of work. Lori and I have put a lot of time and effort into ourselves, into learning the skills necessary, but most importantly, teaching it to other people. And that's where the true success lies. And that's what I love so much about network marketing, is that you get paid to help other people be successful. So the more people you help, the more successful you become. And it's just such a beautiful business model. And when done right, like our company does, when you find life-changing products like ours, and gosh, we have so many exciting things coming our way now in 2021. Boy, that is such a huge thing. And then when you have the compensation plan to back up the amazing products, it's just beautiful. And it really is a model where everyone can win. So let's just talk about the future. What are you excited for moving into 2021?
I'm excited for the evolution, I guess, of the evolution that our company is going through right now, and the complete rebranding to what I believe it's always been, and just making that very obvious to the world and in some of the products that we already know are coming. But I'm also excited for the caliber of people that have been joining my organization since I just, continue to up level myself. And people know when they come in, whether they want me to help them with physically, they know that there's something big here financially because I just can't hold that back. So I've got some people that have a lot bigger mindsets than I've seen in quite a while. So that excites me a lot. I'm excited about some of the mentoring that I've invested in here towards the end of the year that is going to flourish next year. And I'm really excited about some of the new people that I've met. We always talk about, to me, one of the most important things you can do is truly have a masterminding group so that and I mean outside your team, so that you can kind of work together in a different way than you do if you're financially tied together. So I'm excited to grow from other people that, are outside of me, know hopefully more than me. And that honestly excites me the most. I'm excited to bring in a whole new group of people here in Texas because we just moved here. We moved here in May, but this in 2021, I have a lot of hope being able to get out there and meet a lot more people. I have brought some in already, but I'm excited to put, I think, Texas on the map for our company. I think it definitely is needed, and excited for even the ones that have already come. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it sure is. And yeah, you're so right there. Texas is a huge, huge opportunity. And what's so neat is, I've been building this business now for 8 years, and there's so many people who have never even heard of us. So it's still such an untapped market, not to mention we're in what, 26 different countries now? I can't even keep track. I think it's 26. So, oh my gosh, the opportunity is amazing. The time couldn't be better. So many people 2020 was a great year for our business. Numbers are up because a lot more people are taking their health more seriously now. A lot more people need the financial opportunity more than ever. And I know I've been seeing this over and over again with the people we are attracting. So it's so, so exciting. So if you guys are watching this and you have been following Lori or myself, reach out to us. If you want to have a 15-minute conversation to see if this is a good fit for you, let us know, because there is nothing we would like to do more than help you be able to achieve and accomplish some of the things that we've been able to do. So if you're open and you're hungry and you're eager, let us see if this is a good fit that we might be able to help you do the same thing. Lori, I just am so grateful for you and so thankful for you and all that you've done to really lead and help our team and our organization. And I can't wait to see what happens for you and your personal business in 2021.
Thanks, Cindy. I appreciate you too.
All right, guys, have a great day. We'll see ya.